Welcome back to News First on PNC. Secretary of Defense James Mattis insists that the Guam buildup is on track. Guam remains a critical element of U.S. forward deployment in the Pacific at a time of continued threats by North Korea. PNC's Washington correspondent Matt Kay reports.
Mattis told Guam Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo during a House Armed Services hearing on the 2018 NDAA defense bill, Japan is not backing away from its commitments to the military buildup. This exchange between Mattis and Bordallo.
So if you feel then that the Japan and the U.S. in its partnership for the buildup on U.S. territory is solid?
I'm absolutely certain. I've met with Prime Minister Abe, and he is committed to it, to include helping to fund the move of the Marines from Okinawa and the other Japanese islands down to Guam. And we'll continue working it along those lines of a partnership with Japan and get the Marines in place.
Bordallo drove home the importance of having U.S. forces forward deployed on Guam, asking Mattis about the value and flexibility added by basing on the island. Mattis.
If they're out there in position, then they're present, and any adversary would have to consider that if they were up to mischief. I would also say that having these forces on U.S. territory, whether it be Guam or Hawaii, obviously our sovereignty allows us certain freedoms of action and sustainment out there that we wouldn't otherwise have the confidence in.
Guam leaders have faced a changing political and military landscape on the buildup, with uncertainty over President Trump's posture toward Pacific allies like Japan and the regular frequency of North Korean threats and missile tests. The buildup effort has also been complicated by disagreements between Bordallo and Governor Eddie Calvo over the best strategy to pressure federal officials to relent on their ban on H-2B work visas. On Capitol Hill, Matt Kay for PNC News.
The Join the Fight Alliance is excited to announce its upcoming signature event, Kenny Satera's Chicago Experience. Guam Cancer Care and Toda Guam Foundation have teamed up to provide free health care to those who don't have insurance. PNC spoke with Guam Cancer Care's founder and executive director, Terry Quabo, and Toda Guam Foundation Marketing Manager Ashley Calvo Rodriguez about the services the Alliance provides to the community.
My entire childhood life, I never had insurance. And so we know that in Guam, there's a lot of people with little to no insurance, and they have very limited access to care. When people don't have basic access to care, they wait till the condition worsens, and then they end up going to the hospital, the emergency room, where the costs are much higher than when it could have been addressed at earlier stages. We feel that reaching out to more people, doing more events, getting other nonprofits to join the fight and come out with us to do these outreach events.
We provide primary and preventive health care for the uninsured. And so that's the mission of the Join the Fight Alliance. Those who are uninsured, you can come and get your physicals, sports physicals, and then you also have the cancer screening. They have other organizations that come over, and they also provide their services.
To raise money to continue to offer these free medical outreaches, Join the Fight is bringing over Kenny Satera, the younger brother of former Chicago frontman Peter Satera, to do a concert on Father's Day at the Dusatani's Guam Convention Center.
This is a signature Join the Fight Alliance event. 100% of the proceeds is going to go to allowing us to do more outreach events, to buy the medicines, immunization shots, or paying for any cost to bring these mobile clinics to the different villages.
For general admission, it's $65, and those are sold out in all ticket outlets except for Foodies. So you can try to catch yours at Foodies. The VIP tickets are $100, and then the VVIP tickets are $250, and that comes with a pre-show cocktail reception.
General admission tickets for the Kenny Satera's Chicago Experience concert this Sunday, June 18th can be purchased at Foodies. VIP tickets can be found at Linda's, Foodies, and National Office Supply. And for VVIP tickets, you can call Toda Guam Foundation at 487-1194. Information can also be found online at CarabauMediaGuam.com.
Well, if you're looking for something for your kids to do this summer, the Playhouse Studios in Barrigada is holding a film, art, and music camp. Here's more.
This summer, we're actually expanding our camp. We've done a music camp before, but we're actually going to be expanding over to the art section. That's why we have Katie and Noni here. And then we're also going to be doing something special called the Fam Camp, and that's actually a project-based media camp. It's a film, art, and music camp, and that's for students grades 7 to 12 that already show an interest in like photography, videography, music, art.
Rachel Estevez is the camp director and owner of Playhouse Studios. She's assembled a group of young and talented musicians and artists to teach in her summer camp. Lauren Perez will be teaching art to middle schoolers and high schoolers.
I really do wish I had this type of, just
Me
when
too.
I was growing up, because all we had was gate, and there's only so much seating, but now you see all of this blow up, and we're going to get to see, like, film, art, music, they get a taste.
Mark Elliott will be teaching music lessons for kids aged 5 to 8 years old.
We'll be teaching them like pretty basic stuff in terms of like melody and harmony, and trying to get the kids introduced to like playing in groups in ensembles and stuff like that.
And Caitlin McManus will be teaching art to kids aged 5 to 8 years old.
The younger group is going to also really have fun because I already have projects set up, painting, 3D projects, mixed medium stuff that they're going to be able to display in their little art exhibit that they're going to have at the end. Really awesome stuff, not the typical projects you'll do in school that I would do with like my students in school. This is summer camp, so it has to be extra fun.
The camp runs from June 19th to July 28th, and they're planning a youth art festival on August 5th. For more information, email playhouseguam@gmail.com or find them on Instagram or Facebook.
Come join us.
Come and join us this summer. We're going to have some fun, a lot of fun, I promise. A lot of fun.
The Playhouse Studios will hold 7 camps in total this summer, comprised of 3 music camps, 3 art camps, and the film, art, and music camp.
Well, there's only 2 days left to experience hometown Filipino cuisine at the Taste of the Westin. Inspired by the street food found in the Philippines and in honor of Philippine Independence Day, Taste at the Westin transformed their buffet dining into a cultural feast. Guests can enjoy foods such as calzada, or Filipino street food with fresh skewered isaw, chicharon bulaklak, and other delights reminiscent of Philippine street food vendors. Of course, there are other Filipino dining options such as sinigang, kare-kare oxtail with beef tripe, banana Q, and a lechon carving station. Executive Chef Sean Jung and guest chef Brian Conducto share the creative thought process behind their Filipino buffet.
We have a lot of variety of food in here, so as you see, we have only the cart to attract people already. We have a bunch of street food, 8 entree, then we have tapsihan, bulaluhan, dessert, and some appetizer.
Yeah, we have all different regions of Philippines that we're representing here. We have an army of Filipino chefs led by our sous chef here. So you're going to have a lot of different food from different regions of the Philippines that you can expect here when you guys get here today.
And the Filipino buffet is $33 for adults. Trust me, it's worth it. And half price for kids, and is only available during their lunch hours from 11:30 to 2:30. Saturday is the last day to experience their Filipino cuisine, so they encourage guests to make reservations in advance at www.westinguam.com/taste.
Boy, oh boy, did it taste good. We got to try it out on Monday.
It was
and it was
so
a lot of good food there.
I gotta say, I'm Filipino, so I grew up eating Filipino food, but the food at Westin that day, they had everything. They had banana Q. It's like my favorite dessert, banana Q. So it was really tasty. Well, next we have weather. Chelsea Cruz, she's standing by.
Hafidi, and welcome to your PNC weather forecast brought to you by First Hawaiian Bank, Guam Windward Memorial, and Dipsticks. I'm Chelsea Cruz. Now, right around midnight last night, thunderstorms really made themselves known, and for quite a while too. Everything was rumbling, and then came the rain. But we're not complaining. It's been consistently hot since summer started, so a little rain is okay. But for tonight and tomorrow, though, we are not going to be seeing much of those showers for the time being. East winds are back to 10 to 15 miles per hour, clearing those skies to make way for the sun and the heat. I know, not ready for that again, but at least we'll have our breezes back. And we'll have cooler days, I'm sure. For now, just bear with a high temperature of 90 degrees for tomorrow. By Saturday, the start of Father's Day weekend, mostly cloudy skies should do the trick to keep the real feel of that 89-degree heat somewhat down. We're also anticipating isolated showers and isolated thunderstorms for Saturday as well. Now, so far, it looks like it's not going to be anything worse than this morning's thunderstorm action, but we'll keep you updated in any case to make sure you're well prepared for the weekend. And that's all for tonight's weather report. As always, we'll brave that island summer heat together. Until tomorrow, have a good evening.
PNC Weather Report is brought to you by First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes. And Guam Windward Memorial. And Dipsticks, located in the heart of Jalan Pago.